I don't know. It's so fucking silly. It's like I can't sleep at night just thinking about how fucking silly it is. I mean, Kumio was right. How's my sound, by the way? Because the headphones, these are not on. How's the sound? Tell me if it's bad. Listen, Kumio was right. You're looking at a couple old dudes. I've been in the game 4 years. The game. Ugh. And I just grabbed a couple fellas I thought were funny to talk about these shows. There's no reason for this shit. There's absolutely zero reason for it to come to blows. And that's exactly why that Levy video with him and Mr. Brennan was the fakest shit ever. And I know Kevin. Kevin's been in a lot of brawls, but not that type of brawl where you're filming first. How's the sound, folks? Please let me know if the sound is good. Yeah, the mic is not on. I don't. Well, the mic can be on. I don't think I can use the fucking headphones. Look, no one's heard from me since AC, and I get it. People have moved on from me. I understand that. That I want that to happen at some part of me. I need that to happen. All right, let's try this real quick. Microphone. I don't know what the fuck to click on. And this shit used to be so easy to do a fucking update every month. How's that? If it's not good, just let me know if you can hear me. What I'm saying is, there's no way in hell KB. How do I phrase this? KB is lucky. Turn PC mic. It's not plugged in. Joe Burrow. Nothing's plugged in. I don't know where the shit went. All my equipment. All right. Just tell me if the sound is good enough. Fuck, man. Love you. Listen, there's no way in hell KB would ever even get into that altercation. What the fuck? Yes, it's a prop, Chris Mack. You guys want me to talk or what? I'm only doing like 20, 30 minutes because I'm coming down off a fucking bender. And when I say bender, I mean bender, boys. Hey, you boys should know what a bender is. Help a man out. Thank God for Jim Stansel holding the show down. No, man, just when I got to talking that KB was better, he goes and gets himself in a fight, which at first is hilarious. But when you get to thinking about it, who's he got on his show? I mean, who is he really making fun of? Himself? Because there's a reason they call us the OGs. And there's a great number. I won't give out names. There's a good number of us. Not a single OG. There's one OG that was at the in Atlantic City. And I won't give his name out. He's already blocked my messenger. That's okay. That's fine. But we are Kevin Brennan fans for a reason. And just to see Kevin going after a dude who's even around his age, or like maybe a little bit older. At first, you're such a KB fan. This is MLC wrap-up show. You want to laugh. But then at the end of the day, you're thinking, what if you're Levy? I mean, what did Levy really do? I know Kevin's argument. Oh, they were in a public place. They were in a public place. If you come up to me in a public, what do? He threw a drink at you while you're standing over the rail. I'm sorry, but this is the first. I'm admitting it now. It's the first time in my life I've ever disagreed with Zoom-like. Sorry, boys. Fuck, I had to get that out. I had to come live. I was laying in bed. I've been tossing and turning. I went to work today. Don't worry. I went to work today. No seizure. Everything's good. But I kept tossing and turning, thinking about it. I'm like, why am I thinking about this subject that doesn't fucking matter? Like, who gives a shit what happened between Brennan? And I got to thinking, I run Ski Mask Collective. Don't get me wrong. Jim Stansel has been the star for over a year. By far. That's why he gets paid the most. He gets paid way more than I do. I mean, he gets paid 80% sometimes. So if you guys are buying merch, Just know that's for Jim Stansel's rent. I have money. I'm fine. I'm okay. He has money too, but if you're buying merch, signing up to the page, you're supporting Jim Stansel. Right? There's a reason he's been in this cloud this entire time. However, he goes to hang out with Chad, which at first I was excited about because here's two things, folks. We don't lie on this show. We don't lie. Name one lie, please. If somebody on this show would send me a lie that I have said, and you could prove that I was lying about it, I'll send you one piece of every merch we have, including the dick pillow and the shorts. Number two, we always, when I say we, I mean Stansel and I, we give credit where credit's due. Sorry, Chad's been good lately. And it fucking sucks that he's been good, but I'll admit it. I'll admit it right down to the bone. I mean, you guys know what I've been through with Chad. I'll say it right here. Chad always has sucked, but he showed up to Atlantic City and somehow didn't make an ass out of himself and has been consequently funny on MLC. What do you want me to say about that, boys? I mean, come on. And ladies, let me hear. Dave Tremaine, I know I'm not fine. I'm sick. I have a sickness. It's called alcoholism. And I'm slowly weaning myself off again. I mean, what is this, the fucking fourth time since I've lived on the East Coast? It's so stupid on the East Coast. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, Connecticut's so beautiful. It's a beautiful place to live. Is it? There's a liquor store on every fucking corner. And my old lady tried to get me banned from one liquor store, which I thought was funny because they wouldn't sell to me. Because I know in the back of my head, my dumb alcoholic, stupid head, there's a liquor store right across the street. That's it. It's so dumb. It's like, it's silly. So for all you guys that talk me to alcoholic, I am, because we speak the truth here. I am the worst alcoholic. Like, nobody can outdrink me. And I think it annoys Stance a little bit sometimes that, I just get blasted. I know what annoys him. But I've been being a good boy. I've had 6 beers since yesterday at 1 o'clock. And the day before that, though, I had 2 pints of 100 proof and 24 beers. Listen, I can sit here and say that, and you guys will be, oh my God, what is he doing? He's drinking himself. That's exactly what I'm doing, because you can't have enough. And people like to talk like they're big drinkers. Nobody can outdrink me. I don't even think George Chigger could outdrink me. George, if you're watching, I know he's a big fan. I know he ate Stansel and hot dogs, but I don't know if he could drink that much. I also don't. I don't know if I could drink that much in that hour. It's a little bit up in the air. Listen, dude, Stansel's been killing it. He's been killing my compound. He's been killing all these other fucking shows, and I've been trying to bust it into his brains for, I guess, years now, since April 2020. That he's one of the funniest people to ever walk the planet. I mean, if you just sit there and try to make your ears only listen to Stansel and In Hot Water, you'll know what I'm talking about. He's just funny. I love having him here. I started the show alone, but I can't do it alone anymore because I'm working with a guy who's way 10 times more talented than I am. All right, boys. I mean, give me questions. I'll answer anything for the next, 9:12. You got till 9:23. I'll answer any questions. And like I care about it. I mean, come on, boys. I know the show needs me bad. You're 100% right. And I hate that I let my fans down. I hate the fact that Stansel can just boom. But I'm also happy about that. But he can just fire up the mics. I don't care how fucking mad he is. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me one bit. Because at the end of the day, that's his this is his second income. I mean, you guys pay his rent. And we've been having a lot of fun. And our Stancil came up with the motto, but our motto was always, if we're not having fun, why are we doing this? Like I was laying in bed, I'm like, who should I talk? I was talking to myself. I gotta talk to somebody, and I know at least 23 of you guys are gonna be fucking sitting there watching. I would love to beat up Stevie. Stevie knows where I live. I know he's way taller than me, but come on, guys. Everyone here that's in my chat now, watching the random pop-up shows, no, number one, Stevie can't fucking fight. Yeah, I was cheering him on in the video. You know why? Because I cheer on my friends. But I mean, look at those guys fighting. It's just it's silly. It's what you would do in like one of those foam places where you go in and you get to dive in. And that's what I mean about Chad. Like Chad brought that point up. He goes, dude, Stevie's not a fighter. He's not a comic. Like, why are you giving this person attention? Am I? No. No, I'm not. I'm not a comic. What do you guys want me to come on? I need super chats. Read out loud. I'm not begging for money. This is all Stancil's money. Every couple of these back. Am I going to beat up Stevie? Yeah, sure. Because Kevin knows. And listen, you can play me dumb, but you can't play me stupid. Go to shout out Little Mirror. Go to those boys. Had a fucking great time hanging out with those guys the other night. I know everybody wants to hate Mr. Mir, Little Mir, and whatever the fuck other name is it. I don't care. He knows I like him. I don't ever remember his name because it's just stupid. It was a Dr. Chow guy. Yeah, whatever. But I'm on their show. We're about an hour in, and I'm saying to myself, I'm having way more fun doing this show than I am behind the controls. I think I'm just tired of fucking controlling shit. Like, I just want something to click, go live, and be done. You know, kind of like Brennan, who can't write a cold set. That's right, folks. Brennan's always looking for these altercations now. Why isn't anybody altercating Brennan? You want to say Levy did so? Listen, Levy, if he would have been by himself there in that casino, end of story, he would have never made a move. The fact that Levy made a move told me one thing. Where's his wife? Quickly after the film starts, you could see his wife. You don't ever come at a man like that unless your wife's around. Then you have to. So kudos to Levy, who won this one. Because Brennan's podcast today was absolutely atrocious. He has no material that he has to stream tonight, Bob, on the Wednesday after a big fight came out. And Brennan knows I'm fucking 100% right, always. I've never done anything to fuck him over, and I've always told the truth about the show. But to come up to Bob like that was a little fucked. And to have Lou back on after he wasn't supposed to be protecting him. I thought he was your fucking security, Kev. Kevin, you're starting to make yourself look really stupid lately on these episodes. To the point where you got guys like Jim Stancil, who I will by far say is the number one OG. Say the show stinks. Hey, come on. I could think of probably 6 other OGs that are ahead of me. I'll give myself a good 8th or 9th place. I know I'm in the top 10. Because I would have gotten you a burger while you're sitting on the chairs. I would have done something for you, Mr. Brennan. And everyone's saying ball washing. I'm not ball washing. It's just the fact that I'm trying to give respect. I'm not sitting here in a stupid chair with this dumb microphone without Brennan. But yet he wants to keep fucking me over. But what, having the boys on who hate Chad, you think that's going to create clout? Here's what creates clout is you suddenly start doing stand-up again and make a real show. Have 2 guys on and talk to those 2 guys. That's all you got to do, Brennan. Or do it twice a week. I don't care. Save the super chat. Say, you could super chat twice a week. Listen, this isn't people saying we're jealous of your fucking money. This is the fans saying this stuff. I mean, some of your funniest lines only come from when there's someone else sitting across from you. I mean, you destroy anybody that walks in the room. But just to rely on super chats is gay. It's gay, Kev. Come on, it's gay. It's gay. Period. It's gay. Adam, call this episode relying on super chats. I mean, what's going on lately, Kev? You had this big fiasco in Atlantic City, but yet you're still being gay. And I don't care who you have. You can have anybody I hate on the show. It's the fact that even if you have them on, you're still being gay. Oh, let me interrupt this guy's joke so I can really read this Chatter's joke. That's why Chad's good. You know why? Because he doesn't shut the fuck up. He over controls the reins. And you have to tell him when to pipe down. That's why Chad's been good lately. And Chad, just in case you were wondering, yes, that was me in your super chats all week. Because I was very happy and pleased that you weren't the one getting in fights in Atlantic City. It made me honestly happy. And I've told a couple of the boys, I don't know if they've reached out, but yes, I'm saying it right here, right now. I would love to squash the beef with Chad Zumock. Now, look, it's going to get Chad a little bit. He's going to think something's going on. Chad, I promise there's nothing going on. But if any of you guys have Chad's number or whatever, just text him, say I'm ready to squash the beef. I'd love to do a show with him. I love what the fuck he's been doing lately. I believe him 100% when he says he killed in Atlantic City. I do believe him on that. And B, listen, he didn't get beat up in Atlantic City. He took care of himself. You don't hear any stories about Chad drunk falling down and things like that. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, fuck, I have to admit that I'm wrong. He's wrong. But at the time him and I were beefing, we were both totally wrong. He was trashing my family. I was trashing his past. Now I see him doing well, being funny. I'm sending him super chats, and I would like to, have talks with Chad. So if anyone wants connections, what the fuck? If you're gonna talk, Catalano, put a fucking super chat. What are you doing? And this is a well-established show where we have super chats, like comments that pop up, and I can click on them. Well, what the fuck? No, I give credit where credit's due. I've done that always. I always will say if someone's being actually funny, and Chad has been very successful at that lately. Go ahead, clip it, Bex. You fat pig. Still gonna hate you because what have you shown me? What work have you shown me, Bex? I get it. You still do Chad stuff, you fatty, but. Now you kind of have to clip this, right? And here's what Chad's going to say. Oh, he just, he wants me to ask him on the show. That's the last fucking thing I want is to do another fucking one of these shows. I have to get on here because I'm an OG. And I started this shit when I was an OG, when actually the OGs were relevant. So I kind of feel obligated to tell you guys what actually happened in Atlantic City. I mean, think about it. When Chad was talking about where he went to go eat, Kevin yelled out, "Oh, and that burger joint right down the street." That's Kevin yelled it out for a reason. It's the only place he knows where to eat in Atlantic City. It's retarded. It's so stupid. All right, 5 minutes. It's 2:15:24. We got 5 minutes. 9:37. If I don't get one single super chat, I'll gladly hang up. Nothing more I want to do in this world than be done with putting on a fucking mask and people asking me why. Just because Stancil and myself are always right. If someone in our chats, our comments, if you know us and you're listening right now, find a time and find a time and place where Stancil or myself have said anything that hasn't been true. Please. If you find it, you get one piece of every merch on our website. Every piece of merch on our website, you get a piece. That's it. So just find a place and a time where Stancil Levi has said something wrong. It could be either one of us. We don't lie to you guys. And that's why I think we've had a couple of fans that stick around and tune in for the shows. I get it sometimes that the shows are boring, especially when I'm on a bender, on a drunk, he's doing shows with some dumb hole, whatever. But SMC will always be SMC. There won't be one lie ever told on this show. And we know that, so we're begging people to catch us in lives. I mean, actually begging guys. I mean, if you don't want every piece of merch, fine, but you can take it to your local, kindergarten class and let them have at it. All right, what do we got? 2 minutes and a half. We got 0 supers. Hilarious. I could read some of these, but you guys know I see all your stuff. I know that you're OG. Save your money for MLC. It's fine. You guys are gonna have to support the big man. It's totally okay. I get it. It's an embarrassment for myself not to come on the air and have 0 questions. I get it. And Chad's gonna run with it. I know. But I'm not worried about that. Chad's been good. He can trash me all he fucking wants. All right. I need like 1 super chat or something. Soviet Skunk. Somebody texted me this earlier. I can tell you for a fact that any and all merch that has been ordered has been sent out. Matter of fact, I'll pull up the merch site right now. 1 second. That's annoying because you're just telling me that because you know I'm going to pull up the merch site and show you all my shit. Orders. Unless you ordered the Dick Flops before 2022, there's no recollection of you ever ordering. Show me a receipt that you had the money, or you sent the money, and somehow I got the money, because I'm pretty sure I would know, because I'm an alcoholic, and I'll send the money right back to you. So stop with that bullshit. Don't fuck with my merch site, because I actually have a good working one. Unlike your favorite podcast, MLC. Thanks, brother. Senile drunkard. All right, cool. You good egg. Yeah, if you bought merch and never got the merch, I mean, just tell me. Daddy told me not to be a fucking thief. He told me the right way. I don't steal like that. I'll steal from good, hard-working Americans who are trying to fucking relax by watching a stupid guy in a pink ski mask. You think I'm going to steal from you before I steal from the crack addict that's outside the fucking liquor store? I'll steal from him first. Oh, well, here's your excuse. Oh, he doesn't have anything. You're watching my show. My show stinks, guys. So if you order merch and somehow it doesn't come, which has never happened, I need to just tell me about it. Don't wait for me to go live. Thank you. See what I'm saying, folks? Thank you, Sylvia. Just go order a fucking piece of merch, man. Like every shirt you buy helps Jim Stancil enormously. Now I'm not saying he's enormous. I'm saying he's been killing it lately. So why not help the man out? I've been trying to do my best to distance myself from this podcast because this podcast just makes me want to get fucking drunk. And Jim Stancil has politely taken over. And he's been getting more than 75%. So if you guys buy a shirt, whatever, buy some dick underwear. Why not walk around with cocks that aren't on the front, folks? Just so you know, every time you look down, you see a big fucking penis. You have to think in your head, oh, Jim Stancil somewhere enjoying this $20. Because Jim Stansel might be a fuck up, but I can tell you one thing about that guy that's the truth is he's responsible. He's not. He may not be responsible with his words, which is fine. We're getting heaters often about that. Jim Stansel always has been in control of this money. All right, who do I got to send the link? What's this? Oh. Yeah, thanks, Bubba. Appreciate it. Listen, I'm just trying to get in here and chop it up like I used to. I mean, I remember doing when I was doing a show alone. It was way before any of the super chat shit. I mean, I love you guys. The fact that I can see your chats is, I'll say it. It's annoying because the chat is always funnier than the person hosting. So I'm gonna read one of you guys' dumb jokes, whether it's Max Loads. It could be anybody. I mean, all of you guys have killed. I'm pretty sure. If I see a name that hasn't killed yet, I'll say it. But I mean, all you guys are way funnier than any of us dumb shits behind this podcast. The fact that all you motherfuckers went to Atlantic City is funny alone. I mean, you just have to lay in bed and laugh like I was there. But then after Brennan's making a big douchey deal about it, it's like does it matter? Does it really matter? Why? Because Brennan wanted to talk about this? Like, that's the point that doesn't make sense. Like, we needed a scheduled fight. Someone had to set it up. And now it's like, Kumi was right when he's saying this is all pro wrestling. Ooh. So I'm thinking to myself, so what am I doing waking up and knowing I'm the ski mask house? It's like now you got guys who are chatters like Beloved Chatter, Borgo, all these guys who don't have to wear this stupid garnish. And they don't have to do a show, but they're still relevant, which is totally fine for that weekend. For that weekend, you can be as relevant as you fucking want, Beloved Chatter. But until you get behind this fucking microphone and realize how hard it is to host a show and upload and do all this money shit. And I know everyone's saying boo-hoo, but it don't matter. Just shut the fuck up. Stop trying to be a star. All right? Just go there to watch the boys, which most of you guys did. I mean, what did I do when I went to fucking Atlantic City? I just watched the guys. All right. I happened to be invited to a podcast. There's a lot of work that goes into this stupid shit. And sometimes it's fucking tiring. It really is. I'll take 9:31. I'll take I'll take a couple questions. Otherwise, I'm hanging up. Or tell Brennan to fucking call in. Brennan's still mad about the fish fillet. I mean, imagine being that mad about a fish fillet. It's hilarious. What the fuck did he think I was going to do when I came on and the sorcerer was already on? What did he think? Brennan knows me. That's why that joke made me laugh when he was joking about the burger joint in Atlantic City, because I've taken him there. I had to walk him up a flight of fucking stairs. I happened to be sober at the time. I was being a good boy. I only like to get drunk alone, which sucks because when I go out with my friends, they just want to get drunk and I'm just sitting there. Yeah, I act like an asshole on MLC because I know Brennan can't tame me. It will never be able to do so. And I think in the back of his skull, he knows that. I don't know what the boys are saying. Stop, Decline host. Why are you doing that for? Come on. It's only funny to us. Decline. Decline's an OG. He goes back to the days when I used to call into fucking Burning Brennan. Here we go. Some stupid shit. I don't know. Relax. Guys, where were my fucking N-word calls on a TMZ clip? I mean, there's plenty of fucking phone calls that are dropping heavy N-word bombs that you could totally turn around without any editing because it was me when they were picking up stupid phone calls. Yeah, I got so bored of calling into Burning Bridges because I knew Kev would never fucking fall for it. I started calling into a fair one. I mean, find the clips for me, guys. Somebody do a mashup. I'll pay you. I will actually pay you. And ask anybody who really knows me. When I say I'll pay someone, I'll pay them. I want somebody to find every N-word call I ever did into a fair one and every N-word call I ever did into burning bridges. My voice is the same as it was then. And I could tell you if it was me. You'd know. Some country bullshit. Just yelling N-bombs. Hilarious. That's what I saw the clip on TMZ. I mean, how did he do? Did anybody watch it or was everybody focused on the fucking bowl? First of all, I'm a handsome man. I'm not ugly. People can call me square jaw, small piece, new missiles. One thing people have never called me is not being attractive. Right? I know I got a good looking face, which is annoying to people when I'm trying to drink myself to death. I mean, fuck. I've had a 6-pack since 12, no, it's 11 hours almost. Whatever that means, 11 hours ago. It's the last time I had a beer. That's a lot for me. Come on. Who has the archive of that crap? I don't know. If you have a fucking membership, you could just go watch shows and screen record them like a man. And I'm sorry, I'm busy. I have a real job. Oh, I'm so sorry Stevie Lou called out my real job. And now I have to show up to work thinking, oh my God, why am I even here? Why am I here, Stevie? Why am I at work? Holy shit. But you talk shit behind, which is off the scenes to Brennan. Stevie, I've never fucked you over. I've never sent your phone number anywhere. Have you sent my phone number somewhere? I think you did. I have the screen receipts to see it. So the point, he just keeps digging himself this dumb grave. Like, he knows shit that I've talked to Brennan about personally. Like, sometimes Brennan used to call me drunk all the time. And I would be like, Brennan, I have to get off the phone. And I've told Stevie about those calls. It's okay to give it up. It's okay. But to put out my work on Twitter, I'm not even mad about because I was figuring you were going to do so. I wanted to see who would be the first to attack the whatever the other one has. Like, at that point, you're not attacking me. You're attacking my lady by putting my work out there. You understand? So I went straight for your fucking boombo wife. All right, go ahead. Where is she? Where is she? Where were you in Atlantic City, Stevie? Where were you? I'm actually starting to become, sincerely concerned because you were talking about how you're going to be there. You're going to be behind Kev. So it's all the work? Stevie, you never did work. Come on. I'm just mad because you were a good dude and you were a good friend. And now, where were you when it came time to jump in action? And now you're doing shows with Stuttering John, which I could give a fuck about. I don't care. Shows with Kev. Kevin's doing that for a reason, and you're falling into the trap, and you know it. He wants every piece of information about your dumb divorce that he could possibly get his grimy hands on. I mean, if you look at it in the facts, when are my best MLC appearances? Not by my book. After every job or girlfriend I've lost, MLC just loves to text me. That hasn't happened in a while. Oh, it's silly. That's some silly shit. Come on, Stevie. You gotta be smarter on that, Bubs. Chad was in New York City. You didn't go say hi? He's right there at the stand. You've been threatening to beat him up for 4 years, pussy. When it came time to show, you didn't act, and that's why I'm upset. You want to call my fucking job? That's why I'm upset. What else do you want, Stevie? Chad was actually right this week when he said you have nothing to bank on. I do. I'm the Ski Mask host. The Ski Mask host has been and will always have something to bank on. I don't have to work for your guys' money. I don't fucking care. All right. My appearances got big because I had Brian McCarthy on, which at the time Kevin was breaking up with. That's how my show got big. When's your show get big, Stevie? There's not a show with Stevie. I don't want to be on a show with you. Like, I'm turning into Chad. I get it. That's fine. But I would, unless you fucking apologize to me, Stevie, I don't ever want to see your fucking face again. I'm from the South. You don't fuck me over like that. And if we fight, I promise I won't be packing a piece. I'll have one there, but I won't be packing it. Pussy, you couldn't even show up to fucking protect Brennan. Brennan was banking on that. Why do you think he brought it up so many times, dummy? So stupid. You had the perfect fucking opportunity to get away from this shit called Ski Mask Collective and finally build your reputation up. You finally had the chance. All you had to do was position yourself behind the man while they had the fight. That's it. Because you're supposedly his security team. That's all you had to do. It's very simple, because then the clip gets shown around on Twitter and everybody wants to know who you are. And they tune in your shitty podcast, which, good God, I mean, you try to do one, it was 30 minutes. There's a reason they call me the host. I could sit here for an hour and listen to two guys yell at each other and ask them questions. I don't care. Doing a show alone is hard. It's very difficult. That's why I always respected Brennan, the fact that his shows are funnier when he's by himself. Because when there's other guys, he has to talk to the other guys or try to make them fight. But you read the book through the lines, Davey. You try to do a show alone, you last maybe 30 minutes. It's on his YouTube. And it was totally embarrassing. And you know what I've always done? You don't text me sorry. You don't call me sorry. Don't do that shit. You want to talk? Call me. I know I just said don't call me before this because, it slipped off the tongue. But Stevie, if you want to talk, call me. If not, you can continue trashing me. Where are you going to go with that? What kind of clout are you going to get from trashing me? I love what I do for work. And matter of fact, I did it at my new job. I did it my last 3 jobs. I know, it sounds like a lot, folks. 4 jobs. But I walk in, I give everybody a bottle of Silk City hot sauce with a ski mask on it with a plug card. That's it. Oh, that's hacky. That's douchey. Okay. I'm being nice. It's called being nice, Stevie. Where's your job? Where's your wife? People ask you all the time. I mean, at least make a fucking stupid joke about it, bro. Everyone says, oh, your wife is so black. Make a joke about it. That's the material. I mean, you could do a half hour about the fact that your wife is black and you don't have a job. You're the whitest dude I've ever seen. You could do a half an hour off of that. I'm still trying to come up with a half hour from when my grandma died. And it's difficult. None of the jokes are funny. They're not funny to me. It's just sickening. Oh, you're gonna show up on every podcast in the world. For what? At least learn how to be loyal, and then maybe things would be different. I mean, Kevin has you on because you're easy to throw darts at. I'm not easy to Kevin. And anybody who watches both the shows will 100% agree with that. It is not easy for Kevin to get over on me. That's why he gets mad when I show up with a fillet of fish with a sorcerer. I'll challenge Kevin on any joke, unless it's funny. If it's funny, I will not challenge. I'll laugh. But if Kevin says something stupid, I'll challenge. The rest of you guys just sit there like fucking pussies, Stevie. Pussies that don't even go to Atlantic City and support your boy. What were you scared of? Because Chad was going to be there? I mean, at this point, I don't even want to do MLC anymore. At first, I was jealous, but now I'm like, it's just disgusting. Kumail was right when he said, oh, just a bunch of old-ass men. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's going to continue to happen. It's not going away anytime far. So why don't you focus on your own product? You know, the one that has 30 views. You had a chance to do shows on my channel. That was fun. But you blew that. It's so the shit you said in that one voicemail. Oh, he agreed. Now that was one thing that was never ever agreed upon. Was that I was going to split the money between us three. Jim Stansel has been since today. Somebody clip this. Let me know when you're ready. Just give me the 5 countdown, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jim Stansel has been since way over last year. So you're talking December or before 2022, the highest paid member on this fucking channel. That's why he had a problem with you, Lou. Because he knows I've never split the money into thirds. I may have said it'd be split. I could have said that. Now he'll stand to his grave to know he is the most high. He gets way more money than I do. That's it. So buy some fucking merch, pussy. Literally buy merch. What the fuck? What are we doing? I mean, you see Jim Stansel wearing the merch, and the merch is great. You can ask him. I mean, the medium don't look like it's fitting him, which means he's just getting fat. No word back from Lou after. That's the last I'm going to talk about him right there. And he said, you know what? I'll talk about it next time I'm on MLC. Go ahead. There's a reason Brendan's numbers are drastically dropping. People are over the fake shit. Stansel and I have never been fake. You saw that firsthand, Stevie, when you got to come to my house. I had burgers going on a grillage, and we were able to go over the beach and just film a fucking show. Just boys, being funny. Now what? You sold your soul to be on Brendan's show? Now, don't get me wrong. Brendan has the best podcast in the world. MLC will always be number one. But you think just because you go on that show that you can avoid me? I'm starting to think about suing you for the money. Because technically, as much as I paid you last year, I have to send you a 1099. That's what my tax lady said. So but you won't ever pay it because you're a bum. And you know you're a bum. Otherwise, I would have heard you talking. There's certain shit I won't ever say about you, but you know you're a bum. Who the fuck texted me now? Who the fuck? Oh, whoever just texted me, just know that Gino doesn't read text very fast. Just that's one of his bad qualities. Whoever just texted me that. Oh, I said something about Gino. I must be in Gino's camp. What can I say, folks? Gino's never fucked me over. From what I heard, the man showed up. He got drunk. Good job. Good job. Because you know what he did after he got drunk? He went to his fucking hotel like a man, laid his head down on the nice pillow, put the nice cover over him, and went to sleep. I mean, you think about it. It's weird because the dumbest guys that showed up to Atlantic City didn't make asses out of themselves. I thought for sure Chad would get at least thrown out of a bar, get blacked out. Nah. Did he get blacked out at home? Yeah. Guess what? He was funny. He wasn't trashing any of the boys. He said exactly what I knew was going to fucking happen. They had a good time. There was nobody there to ruin it. And I'm glad that Chad and Gino, all the boys got to have a fucking good time because Chad needed that. I mean, Chad was getting a little pent up where show started to suck. And I only hate watch Chad, but I have always said I will give credit where credit's due. Watching Chad's performance on MLC was funny. It was funny. And his own show, his last 2 or 3 shows have been funny. And Quadfather, I hate to say this, I was upset because Chad got some information about Quadfather's family. It's like, I get it, dude. Like, I know where this information is coming from. But Chad, you don't have to do that if you're listening. I just gave you a shit ton of comments, and I have to trash it a little bit. The man's in a chair. Come on. You don't go up to the man. What is he gonna do? He can say whatever the fuck he wants on a podcast, Chad. And I talk to the man a lot, and we have a lot of respect for each other. So for that, I'm a little upset about, but I've gained your respect back, which I'm waiting for, because I get why you did it, because you did it to me and the other guys. Oh, and Chad, you were lying your fucking bitch ass off on MLC, and I can't believe nobody brought this up on Twitter, saying nobody ever wanted to fight you lately. Chuck Mangione flew to Tampa to fight you, and you pussed out like a bitch. All right? I'll leave it at that. That's the last time I fucking say it. Keep up the good work. What you've been doing lately. You've been funny lately, man. I'll give credit where fucking credit's due. Why am I always the bad guy? Because I'm trying to be nice and tell the truth. I mean, we've always, me and Jim Stansel made a pact where anything that is said on this show is not a lie. It's 100% belief. You call either one of us or people around us. I mean, some people don't even believe it. We run into so much stupid shit. It's kind of like Chad thing, you know. Oh, here's an angle no one's going to go at. Oh, what's that? Oh, here's Chad threatening to fight Melton and Pat Dixon. Have them come to me. I had someone come to you, Chad. All right? I'm ready to squash this fucking beef already and be funny again. Because you're right. I know that even if I was at that comedy club, I'm a gentleman. I don't fight in public like that. I would have sat my ass in the seat and laughed when funny was funny. So that's when all the shit started. When funny was funny. If it ain't funny, you got to get out. You've been pretty damn good lately, Chad. I have to say it. I'm gonna give you compliments. Oh, why does anybody talk about my show? Because my show it's terrible. My show is we don't know what day or time we're doing it. I mean, I could be on a fucking bender at any given moment. I'm getting off, what's tomorrow, Friday? That'll be I started my bender last 12:30 on Friday. The hangover was kicking in this morning, and I had to slowly wean myself off so I don't get the fucking stupid the seizures. And everybody wants me to go to rehab. I'm like, who can afford that? You know, I have $3,000 in my wallet. I can't just pay for rehab. For what? For them to tell me the same exact thing I know? It's so stupid. And the people are like, oh, you're running away from your problems. Am I? I mean, I got this clown at this rehab center telling me what I already know. I have to quit drinking. Otherwise, I'm going to drop dead. But I have to go somewhere for him to tell me that? Come on. We could have 85-inch TV. We can go on vacation, wherever you want to do. Now, the only reason I'm drinking, actually, I have no idea this time, but I've been sobering up. Go to rehab. What do I look like, a bitch? Rehab's there so the courts can order people to it. And they can pay the rehab money that they paid the courts. It's dumb to tell a person to go to rehab. Even telling a person to go to AA, I'm sorry. I'm on the fine line. Listen, you're weak if you can't control your drinking or your drugging. You're weak. You're weak-minded. That's what you need to go to AA for. I know I'm an alcoholic. The minute I walk in that liquor store and I want everything that's behind the counter, who do I have to admit that? A bunch of other fucking people sitting in front of me? For them just to turn around and tell me, you're an alcoholic, your show stinks. It's so silly. But if it works, that's fine. You can have it. You can have whatever you want. The only thing that works in life to quit the drugs and drinking is yourself. That's it. Oh, but you sound like such a millennial. Oh, you don't want to blame anybody. You want to be bigger. It's so dumb. And then when you think you have people to help you, they don't answer the phone. All of a sudden, they don't answer your text. You know, it's a whole thing, man. Like going on a bender has become a non-vacation, if that makes sense. I mean, you used to be when you go on a bender. All right, you're looking at a day and a half, but sometimes it could turn into a good 4. You never go over a week, ever. But you just want people there to text or call. I remember we had house phones. I was going on benders. I mean, you can't get people to answer those calls when you're in a bender. What do they want you to do? They want you to go to AA and what? Talk to losers? I mean, AA's for losers. It's so stupid. I'm a dickhead when I drink. I haven't been having a drink since 9 yesterday morning. I mean, you look at some of these guys. Like I went to an AA meeting. It was close to Chuck Mangione house, and I was fucking hammered when I walked in. And I got these guys begging me sponsorship, and I'm trying to have the convo with them. Like, dude, the only thing that can get us to quit is yourself. And like, no, it's not yourself. It's only God. It's only God. All right, I guess it's only God. Which way is the liquor store? You know what I mean? Like that was what I hit him with. It's so stupid. I can't quit for anyone else but myself. Like, then that means you're God. What? You're your own God. Okay, fine. I mean, Benny Cash is in the chat. I see his name. I always see it when it pops up. I love that fucking man. Man, beautiful family. Benny Cash knows me straight to the T. Once I start, I cannot stop. And I still feel bad to this day after I went to go visit this beautiful, beautiful home and have fun. I mean, listen, that was one of the funnest fucking weekends I've ever had. But when I got home, I kept drinking, which is, I don't want Vinny to think this is any way blaming him. I mean, you're talking 3 strip clubs, one different night, or whatever the fuck the thing was. Well, I was drinking down there, but when you get home and you're alone and you keep the drinking going, you know, I'm an alcoholic. I can't stop. I actually physically cannot stop. Otherwise, I'll drop dead, have a seizure, or I should just go check myself in before I do. Shout out Vinny Cash. You rule, brother. Miss you. It's good talking over the weekend. Thanks. And me and Vinny, dude, we're tearing it up. Vinny's doing good, just so everyone knows. Vinny's doing fucking, 3 strip clubs, one of them twice is what we did in one night. Vinny, I'm getting sober, Bubba. I want to hang out with you. I think we're going to Galveston in May. If you'd like to bring the family, love to hear you. I don't love Gino because he's an alcoholic. I happen to look at the chat because it's read Vinny stuff. No. I love Gino because he's taking care of Jim Stansel and gave him a bigger platform than mine. I've been begging Jim Stansel to get on any bigger shows. And I know what you guys are saying. In Hot Water is a bigger show? Kind of. I mean, Gino has, I know everybody is going to say, no, it doesn't. He has status. Gino, he can walk up to any comedy club in New York City and everybody is going to ask Gino how he's doing. Whether they're black, whether they're white. That's period in the story. That's called status. That's where you show up anywhere and people shake your hand because you're Gino Visconti. That's why I respect Gino, because I respect comics that fucking been grinding for, years. That's why I respect those guys. And that's why I love Gino, because Gino has, listen, do I watch In Hot Water? Gino knows this. He knows this about me. I've never thought In Hot Water was funny. It's not my type of humor. Do I understand that other guys can get it and watch and tune in? 100,000%. like I tried to explain to Berg when I trashed him on MLC, which happened to be a snow day. I trashed the shit out of Berg because I was just trying to tell the truth from what I saw as a fan. Was that Joe Curry was the funniest comic at the place. And Aaron Berg and Rich Voss bombed. And I'll stand by my fucking words for the rest of my life. I got clowned that day for saying some shit like that. Like, what? I have to respect them because they go up and I'll respect them after the show. I'll buy them. I'll be happy to buy them a drink, not bring up comedy once because I don't care about comedy. It's weird how this comedy thing has become this whole, oh, let me go see if he bombs. And I did that. But I still stand by my words, what I said. I mean, I know who was funny, and people will love to disagree because they want to be ball washers, right, Gino? I mean, come on. Oh, you guys know that shit. I remember when it happened, they loved to ball wash Berg. Oh, Berg's the greatest thing to happen. The dude's been wearing the same fucking outfit for getting close to 10 years. I mean, Jesus, when did Berg first pull out the stupid jackets and tarted boots? Maybe he hears this, that's fine. Somebody send it to Eric Berg. I'm totally okay with that. You know, I'll trash Berg's outfit. I'll trash Berg's act. I'll trash, that's all I have to trash. His demeanor, beautiful. Family life, awesome. Love that you have a kid. That's fantastic. Am I going to go on the air and wish him harm? No, I'm not stupid. Right? Sometimes Gino will fuck up, and some of you fans will say some stupid shit. But you guys do it in the wrong way. You know, it's okay to bomb. It's totally okay to bomb. Bombing is what makes you a funny comedian. So the fact that Aaron Berg bombed that night, Rich Voss bombed that night. There's still a clip on YKWd of them talking about me saying they bombed. The reason that they were talking about me saying they bombed is because deep inside their comics, they know they bombed and they had to do something better. Right? One thing about comics is they're very truthful. But sometimes you have to break that truth apart. I could not go on MLC the following week, and when Kevin asked who was the best on the show, say the lies, which were, oh, definitely not Joe Curry. Everyone's saying Joe Curry stuff. Joe Curry was funny as hell, and I had him on my fucking podcast the week after. You know what Joe Curry killed at that show? It was 90% Cumia fans. And when I say Cumia fans, I mean Cumia Network. You got guys who love Berg. You got guys who love Gino. You got guys, by the way, I love Gino more than I love Berg. Dixon, all those guys who have heard the same material 1,000 times. When's the last time you've heard Joe Curry doing stand-up? Of course you're going to laugh at that. That's why I went on the air and said he killed. And I think that's honestly to God why Berg stopped doing the fucking the compound shows. Because Berg was the head organizer of all those shows. He put Cumia didn't do a fucking lick of thing. Berg was the master of that. And one of these days he picked up the horn, ready to book another show, and he said to himself, "Self, why am I doing this for all these people who aren't doing anything for me?" You know what I mean? And so Berg is 100% right. I respect the fuck out of Aaron Berg. Keep killing it. Listen, you ask me in any room you want, his comedy isn't for me. I understand it. I know why people love it. That's not my type of comedy. Like, you're allowed to have, you know, say you hate action movies. Say you hate Berg's comedies. Right? Brennan, he's been the funniest since I've ever met him. I met him through Artie Lang, who was a second favorite. You know, I go between those guys. I'm allowed to do that because I'm a fucking fan. And I wear this dumb mask. Now, you look at guys, beloved chatter. And I feel like I'm gonna pull a Chad right now, but you guys, you have to listen. You saw what happened when guys from my shows put their real names out there. Don't ever put your real. You don't have to. You're known as Beloved Chatter now. Put your real name out there. You'll have the dickheads that are in the comments. Go out and about. See who you really are. Just stay Beloved Chatter. When I started it 3 years ago, I said, how was no one going to know who I am? Oh, I understand. Let me put on a mask. Now you don't have to know. You can use Adam's picture, have a fake name. It, boys, what I'm saying, it's a lot easier to do. I got to read the super chat by Potato Star Bar. Good to see you, Ski Mask. Miss you on MLC. Keep with it, brother. I'm trying. I'm trying to get actual shows going because I'm kind of tired of fucking living in Connecticut and not having any hosts. You know, any of the boys that were supposed to be here. I mean, it's just moving to Connecticut was kind of a bust. Well, I'm working on things with a lady that I met since I've been here, so I kind of have to put that first. But yeah, man, thank you a lot. It's somebody the other day, if you're watching the show live now, which I think you are, on Twitter somewhere, you said, I didn't read your super chat. Please just send me a Twitter DM so I can read it. All right, this dude's trying to put me on fireworks or whatever the fuck they say. I understand the mask thing; it's all scripted. Let's shut up. What he's trying to do is get me to get mad so I can yell about the fact that no, anything Stancil and I has ever done has been the truth. Listen, until somebody can prove that Stancil or myself has ever done anything, and I'm talking anything that wasn't the truth, then you're not allowed to super chat. It's so stupid. Yeah, I know I got you. And then the guys, I have to read their backup chats, which are, haha, you got me. It's like, you guys are fans, man. Like, lead me on. Like, cheer me on a little bit. You know, ask me questions in the chat that I can read with my right eye, like fucking Ray DeVito does, so I can read something and get going on a conversation. Because, boys, talking to yourself for an hour is difficult. I do it all the time when I'm sleeping in bed. But I'm talking about other stuff, not any of this bullshit you guys are interested in. And that's fine. I'm a professional at that. I'm not a professional at this. That's why it's great that guys like Kumia, Brennan, those guys can sit down behind a microphone and just fucking talk. Yes, big piece. Gina Marie says, I got a question. Big piece. I had a big piece this morning until I finally let my nut out. I had blue balls like a motherfucker. And my lady was finally happy enough with me after all my mistakes to let me, do whatever. 5 seconds, boys. 5 seconds this morning. Yep, that was a big piece. Speedo event. So it should be Potato Bar Star. I don't know where you live, but it should be in July. I think what we're going to do this time, we're going to have Chuck Mangione fight Jim Stancil, and I'll be barbecuing for everybody. Gloves or wrestling only. I don't want these boys punching the lights out of each other. But when I think about someone that Stancil can fight, there's no one in this fucking world who is better than Chuck Mangione when it comes to a fight between those two. I mean, that's a perfect opponent for Jim Stancil. Both the same height, both short, stocky. I know Chuck can fight. I know Stancil has the temperament. That's what makes it fun. And I'll be in the background with a stupid Speedo, barbecuing for the boys. We want to set it up where they don't hurt each other. We're not calling each other out for fights to hurt each other. I mean, those guys are friends too. They go on vacation every year. They'll come down to the beach. I'll have, it's going to be a fiesta. I'll send you guys the invite will be posted on Twitter just like last time. This guy says, Bobby Tambourine equals garbage. I told Jim Stancil. That's what ACDC 451 says. Listen, I get it. The guys try to get out there and try, but never forget where it came from, Bobby. When was the last time you did a big spot, Bobby? Now, Kevin might have fights with Bobby, but I got fights with Bobby. I've been nothing but nice and good to you, and you've been the same. The last couple times I ran into you, you blew me off, Bobby. Timbero. Like, come on, bro. Where are your spots now? Do I have to say this shit? And what happened to one of my good friends, Pat Oates? You told him to stop talking to me? It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing that you would go out of your way to tell people to avoid me. Just if you want to avoid me, fine. But keep my fucking name out of your mouth, Bobby Timbero. Or you could just do I'll do your podcast, whatever podcast you want to do. But just to shun me like that, bro. Like Pat told me what you said. Come on. Not to do my show, not to have anything to do with him. So what? Now I just lost a friend because you have overreach over him because you guys have been doing a show together? Timbero fucking sucks. It's the reason I don't watch In Hot Water or whatever the fuck stupid show it is. You guys think I don't watch because Dombrowski's there? I don't give a fuck. Oh shit! Let's go! All right, yeah, Vinny, I won $30,000 on Sunday and I blew it all. So here's the deal, man. If we're gonna gamble, we have to we got to come up with a code word. Maybe we'll let one of the super chatters do it. Which, anytime you and I utter that code word, we have to cash out because our problem is, anytime we get together and start gambling, we win a lot. And I'm talking astronomical numbers for the poors, not for you, Vinny, of course. But then you never allow me to cash. Like you don't do the thing where you say, "Hey, bud, you should cash out." Because I'm in control, and I fucking have to blow it. It's so stupid. So yeah, let's blow. Let's definitely blow $100 after this. I'm thinking Apache Way. Red Wing has not been hitting this week. We need Apache Way, and we don't. Maybe a little donuts if we lose, and whatever other game you want, of course. Let's wait. Come on, Ben. Stop lying. Oh, wait, no, you're. What I read that backwards. You're being 100% true. Yeah, I mean, one time we we're gambling. We started with $20, and then we turned it into 15,000. You go, oh yeah, I don't start till the twos, come before 4 digits. I'm like, come on, Vinny. And then we lost it all. I'm like, Vinny. But at the end of the day, it's not my fault, really, because it's your money that you send to me. And then I just have to do the clicking on the games and make sure that I win on my end. Who am I to tell you to cash out at 8,000? You've done nothing but nice things for me. Yes, Vinny's right. I never let him pick the fucking games. I'll get into some gambling right now. Any of you guys in the chat like to gamble? We have, what is it? 10 minutes left. I can't believe we did a whole hour. Jeez. Fucking, oh, damn, I get my act together. I think it's snowing out there. If it's snowing, I'll stay home. I can keep. Maybe we'll do. Can we gamble on the air? I mean, I don't fucking know. Gamble on the air. Play some fucking hot games. I don't know. It's fucking snowing. I can't see out there. Hey, gambling on basketball is what? I mean, I bet 365 that LeBron would make the first basket 2 nights ago, and he did not. But folks, I gotta say, like the art of losing, feels better than the art of winning. It's like when you win, you're thinking what's next. But when you lose, your heart gets to thumping. You know you only have 200 more. And that high is crazy. Yes, it's called addiction, folks. It is. It's the reason I don't blow up Vinny's phone anymore, because I'll just blow it unless he tells me what to do. Like if I call Vinny and we're just chatting like bros, like what you do sometimes, and I say some stupid shit like, all right, let's go gambling. And he goes, all right, that's cool. I say, Vinny, how you doing right now? are you going to be able to focus? Because like I secretly know when to cash out. I mean, the money's right there. I understand why he always wants to go for more, but the thrill of being up 15,000 from 20 cents, the thrill of that slow trickle down beats the fuck out of that trill to 15 seconds. I don't know. That's not going to make sense to anybody who's broke. That's why gambling is fun, I guess. And Al Pacino said the quote that I'm trying to think of. He said it in the movie that he did with McConaughey about the sports picks. Like when you're, you got, like, say you're up 15,000. It's happened to me a couple of times. And you got a 20-cent bet, and because that's all the money you have. That thrill in your heart is 10 times as better feeling than the thrill if that would hit another 15,000. It's just money. Who gives a shit? What do I got to spend on? What are you doing, really? You're going to fly on vacation and what? Not gamble? Yeah, it's called addiction. It's called trying to addict myself to playing cards and being good at it. I've never been good at anything in my fucking life. All right, boys. Here's a new one. Teamster Tim has decided to block me on Twitter. So we were talking over the weekend, and let me try to put this in one way where Timmy wouldn't be mad at me because he's still my good friend. It's just funny how he blocked me. All right, so he's supposed to hook up with a lady. That's it. That's all I'll say on a Monday. And I say, Timmy, if you hook up with her, ignore me. If you don't hook up with her, no, I said, if you hook up with her, ignore me. If you do hook up with her, text me. That way I can know if you're having a good night or not. And he just decided to block me, which, don't get me wrong, funny as hell move. But me and Timmy talk to each other about everything, just like Vinny and I do. And I just want to know if he's okay. So if anybody's heard from the great Teamster Tim, Gil Bravo, if you have his number. All right, Vinny, FaceTime me right now live on the show so I can hang up and go gamble. Or should we gamble here? Fuck, it's 10:15. My first day back to work today. Tomorrow's Friday, though. I get payday. I don't work Saturday, Sunday. I'm not a fucking sheep. I don't work Saturday, Sunday. Unless you call my phone a day before and ask me to please work for you. I do not work Saturday, Sunday. That's pretty good. I've been off work for 3 days. Fat bender, guys. Can't wait to get back in the studio with Jim Stansel. Teamster, Vinny, I know you're watching. Call me real quick. Or just text me if you don't want people to know your voice. I'm going to sit here and wait on a couple more messages. You guys are purposely not super chatting the Ski Mask show so you can pump up Jim Stansel. I know. And Jim Stansel's been making good cash on his dumb fucking sports show. I call it dumb because it's not SMC. It's a good show. Anything Jim Stansel does is good. But he's been making some mad cash off you super chatters. And I don't care. It's just when I see you guys super chatting Kev, it's annoying to me. It's just like, you guys are part of the fucking problem. Like, if you're gonna super chat, don't super chat him $50. How about tomorrow you super chat him $40, and then you could super chat our squad $5. We do a show once a week. And the only reason is it's actually become very difficult just to do this podcast. I can't get the boys together. When I was living in Texas, it was much easier to get myself, me, Jim Stansel, Brennan on a call than it was sitting right here when I'm that close to them, which I'd rather be doing. I'd rather be having them in the studio. Costs money, don't matter. All right, no questions. Jesus Christ, what a loser I am. I can't talk to TJ, so I don't know what's going on. It's kind of upsetting because he normally doesn't just block me. Normally he'll give me a heads up and say, hey, you're about to be blocked. But I saw him, he was in between Kev and I think it was Fatty Patty. And he looked good. Teamster looks good. He looks like he was out ready to do some mingling. So I totally understand if he met a chick and wants to stay in bed for till Thursday. But I don't understand why he had to block me to do so. All he had to do was ask. He knows that. I know he's watching the show. Timmy, let me know what happened. I don't know. Just you call me, let me know what happened. Let me know you're okay. That's it. It's like the shit Chad said about. No one ever came to fight Chad. Motherfucking Chad, listen. Chuck, like I said, Chuck Mangione he went to Tampa and had to book a fishing trip because you wouldn't answer your door. Teamster Tim was at your door. And those are two of the OGs. I think there's 10 OGs. I won't name them all. You guys have to figure it out. I just gave away two. Chucky and Jim Stansel are two OGs. Mead is an OG too. Mead wasn't on this trip. A couple other OGs. One of them lives in Australia. If any you want to lift your eyes. And one of them's in the chat. See. What's up, Gil? So, Timmy, just call me so I can fucking stop being anxious. You know how I feel about this bullshit. Chad versus Pat Dixon fist fight. Listen, hey, what are we doing? Why? For what? Who's really gonna still be mad by the time you actually see each other? What do I think about it, or who is going to win? I think Chad will win the fight. I know how Dixon fights. Me and him have the same body type, and I don't think. I think me versus Chad would be 50-50, but he'll never do that. I think he beats Dixon. Chad he's so dumb when it comes to picking opponents. He'll pick Jim Stanton will beat the brakes off of Chad. I mean, I'm talking put him in a new place where he starts a new podcast type shit. Like beat. Because Jim Stansel's that dude. I'm not that guy. I don't like fighting. Who else? Shit. Who else in this? What do they call the Dowovers? Leo, you know Jim Stansel. Is he just the same height? Was he? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Leo put the point on the fucking head. He's a member. I'll put it up. I met him a couple of times in person at Gino's gigs. He was really funny both times. Who's he talking about? Chad or Dixon? I gotta say, man, I'm not in a mood. Unless somebody provokes me, I'm not in the mood to fight. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about swinging fists. You guys look like losers, so everybody can laugh at you. It's so stupid. I don't understand. So hopefully Chad's good. Somebody get the word to Chad that I would love to make up and have a final conversation. We can just do one podcast and we just cut off all the bullshit. We stop talking about each other. Or we could just team up, become friends. I'm down with it with Chad right now. I think he's been great lately. I'll say it again. All right. Any other questions? We got what the fuck? My mouth is dry as hell, boys. I don't know what I'm doing alone. It's gonna take time. Fucking long time it is. I have nothing else to talk about, really. Except I just got off a fucking fat bender. The older you get, you really, Vinny Cash just texted me, by the way, said call him after the show. So this is the last thing I'll talk about is, the older you get, the more you realize that alcohol is absolute poison. It's funny that they sell poison to humans and you go in to buy it. It's kind of funny to think about. It's foolproof, really. Because if you're dumb enough or your body can handle enough, you somehow get addicted to it. And I found myself right here, right now, in that position, and it's silly to me how those things exist on every corner. When I try to outlaw it, I could give a fuck. I'm my own man. I could tell myself no. But it's just funny driving around seeing all those liquor stores, which I'll stop into and buy a bottle because yes, I am an alcoholic and I will drink. But once I have one, I gotta have 15. 15 means a bottle's done. I've always been that way. Always will be. Oh, try weed. I got a phone call last night. Try weed. Try weed. Dude. Try smoking some weed. I asked the person that was talking to me on the phone. I said, You're telling me to smoke. You know I haven't smoked since I was 18. Oh, bro, but it's different now. Listen, you're asking me to give up something for something else that's kind of still in the same realm. I mean, people are going to call you a pothead. Don't get me wrong. I know for a fact that weed is way better than you than alcohol. Alcohol is the worst fucking drug on the street. And people love to laugh and joke about crack and shit like that. At least crack made you do some chores. You just go to the fucking liquor store, buy you a bottle, and sit on your ass all day. That's what happens when you drink a pint of 100 proof down the hatch, and when you wake up from the silly dream you're having, you have another shotty of the second bottle, and then you have a couple of beers at night, and this is all because what? I can't have a seizure that's going to cost me 15,000. I mean, it's embarrassing as fuck when you have a seizure inside of your job. That's when you're like, all right, I got to cut this out, but then at the same point, you can't. You can't cut it out because you have to keep going little by little, trample it down until you're no longer drinking. You can't just say, all right, you know what, I'm not going to drink tomorrow. This comes from an alcoholic stance. So alcoholics know this shit too. You know, you're drinking. It's so dumb. I started drinking again fucking a week ago. A week ago. I think it was a week. Yeah. And I was drinking half pint Friday, 2 pints Saturday. Don't remember what I drank Sunday, but something. Monday was a 24 pack and 2 pints. I knew it was going to snow. I got blasted. That was fun. Not. So my girlfriend always asks, was it fun? No, there's nothing fun about getting drunk. Tuesday, 2 bottles and 6 pack at night. Today I had, and I was able to go back to work today. Lucky. Yes, a seizure does. Rusty, come on, don't act stupid. I could show you receipts if you're legit. The ambulance ride cost 11,000. I was being nice in the 15. Today, what I have, I'm in a slow down mode. So I had 3 beers, 1 shot of vodka. So you got to slowly wean yourself. Because I was just to wake up this morning and be a man. A lot of people love to call me a pussy. A lot of people, my family, people back home, they say, "Hey, pussy, you know, how about you just go home and you don't drink?" I would love to. I would love to. But if I don't drink, I go to the hospital. I have to. I don't have a fucking choice. I'm an alcoholic. My body's addicted to it. I can't stop. So now, if you excuse me, I'll drink these 2, 3 beers, and you're lucky I'm not drinking 2, 3 fucking pints of 100 proof. No, it's dumb. Anybody who knows Vinny, just ask him. He knows the fucking truth. Not as cool as us, I guess. What happened, ACDC? What happened? There's nothing cool about drinking that many Sierra Nevadas. There's nothing cool about drinking, period. There's nothing cool that there's a liquor store on every kid's corner here in Connecticut. I mean, that's kind of fucked up. So the whole time, years of riding the school bus, there's a liquor store. I could walk to a liquor store right now in 2 minutes. The whole years of riding the school bus, like, oh, where do I want to work? Where am I going to grow up? They're going to drive past that liquor store every fucking day. No, I want to live somewhere where Vinny Cash lives. or somewhere like that. I mean, yeah, I don't give away too many details because that man's been very good to me, but god damn did he choose a great state to live in. Well, what are you supposed to do here? No wonder everyone's fucked. There's a liquor store in every corner. Hey, what do you do when you're 18? You just keep drinking. Well, all right. Well, there's no one to talk to. There's no one that wants to join the show. Me and Vinny actually have to do some gambling. I gotta fucking get up tomorrow. Actually, well, let me call the Vinny rules. Chad fucked up with that relationship. Vinny Cash, you're not an alcoholic. Come on. Vinny likes to pretend he can do a lot of drinks, a lot of drugs, all those bullshit. Vinny doesn't have a poison. All right, I stayed with him for a week, unless he was just being a graceful guest or something. He didn't drink at 8 o'clock in the morning when I was. He didn't drink at 11 a.m. when I was. He never did any of that stuff. So, Vinny, I know you love to think you're an alcoholic, but I've seen you drink, pal. All right, we're going to go gamble, boys. What's everybody's favorite slot machine? Because we're about to hit the big slotties, and I can't hit it for long. I'm going to add Vinny. Let's get Vinny going. So I don't have producers. I don't do that stuff. I'm not like a Gino where I can just sit and yell at people. Vinny.
What's up, bitch?
Hey, turn your radio down. You're on the air. All right, tell everybody, should I get off to gamble? I mean, I only got like 30 minutes. Turn your radio down. You're making me look like a real amateur.
I'm drunk as fuck. What are you telling people I'm not an alcoholic?
You're not an alcoholic. I know what an alcoholic is. I've been to your place. I know for a fact you're not an alcoholic.
I was smoking a lot of weed when you were here.
It doesn't matter. That's what makes you not an alcoholic. I know you.
If you do bong rips when you wake up, you're not gonna want to hit fucking vodka. You know what I mean?
Okay, but people who do bong rips before taking shots aren't alcoholics. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm also 40 and you're 20 something.
I'm 29.
Yeah. I'm a functioning alcoholic.
You're not an alcoholic, man. It's about to be the dumbest argument I've ever had. I had to leave work today. I had to go to the people just said on the air laughing at me. Yeah, because I got a podcast. Yeah, I had to leave work at 11 o'clock to go get a bottle, just so I could not have a seizure and then go back to work. That's what I had for lunch.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm what you call a functioning alcoholic.
I mean, no, I still worked fine when I got back. Oh, I still worked fine when I got back. But no, I know I'm a raging alcoholic because I got back early. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still in the air of my podcast, by the way.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Niggers.
Come on, then. Fuck. Guys, be real OGs. Don't. Hold on. I gotta. Be real OGs. Don't fuck that up. Come on, guys.